All right, welcome back. Um, Before I get going, I just wanted to, I realized as I was sort of outputting the last video, sit there near the end saying, oh man, I guess there wasn't a bonfire, I don't know where it is. I was expecting there to be a bonfire by the entrance. It's right there. I think I ran by it 2 or 3 times talking about how I couldn't find it. So again, I cannot state this clearly enough. If I can beat this game, anybody can. Now, I'm not saying you can immediately jump right in and be good at it. It takes, I guess, effort, time, getting good, whatever you want to call it. But you see what I'm working with as I run past. But it is a little different, playing this on stream and talking at the same time. But yeah, so there was a bonfire. I ran right past it. Luckily, I was able to get past the boss without needing the health potions. And I know one of the things I was working towards was getting my mind stat enough to have enough FP to cast the one Ashes. 95, so I need about another 10, so it's probably going to be a couple more levels. Alright. Let's see if we can find something else to do. So, talking with a friend of mine who's been watching these, and he thinks there might have been a cellar here in the demi-human forest. So I'm gonna take a quick peek there just to see if I missed it. Again, I wasn't trying to spend all day on it, but let me take one last look at it. See if I might have missed something. So I'm just looking to go west. But I thought it was below. I know it's a tough thing. If you can attack coming off your horse like that, I think you do extra damage. I usually don't pull that off. That was sort of dumb luck. But that is something to take into account. So on the other side of this wall, because I'm not... Aha, okay, so how do you get there? So thank you for that tip. I was completely wrong. Let's see if there's a way to... I did miss the cellar. Oops. I apologize for me awkwardly trying to... There we go. Thanks to all the messages on the ground. Let's see if they're lying to me. Very nice. All right. So again, I'm playing this from memory, so... I am going to miss things, especially again, I'm trying to do it while I record and not take too much time while I check out certain things. But yeah, again, thanks for that tip. What else have we got here? We cleared that. We cleared that. I don't think we did those runes. Let's mess around with those runes a little bit. I know there were some rats there. I don't think I checked. I was running past them at the time, so... We are looking to go north-northeast, north-northwest. Anyway, what I was saying, like, I think this game is stunning. Absolutely stunning to look at. I know some people don't find... I mean, you know, the other games are clearly dated on some level with their graphics. The Demon Souls remake on the PS5 is absolutely stunning. They really did that game justice. And that one being my first, it was really nice to be able to replay that. I stupidly got rid of my PlayStation 3 back in the day. Well, not stupidly. I had a good reason to get rid of it. Letting a friend use it. But that meant for the longest time, I couldn't really go back and play the first one, and in some ways, my favorite. Now, Trina's Lily, I'm not going to lie and tell you I know what they do off the top of my head, but I've heard that people say it's a little rare, so I usually pick those up. Okay, these guys can actually be tough. They're going to shoot crossbow with, like, flame bolts, so you got to be careful. And they do, I think, bleed build up, so you also got to be careful with that. I think you run into them pretty frequently later on in the game. I don't know if you remember, I sort of stumbled on... Oops, maybe I shouldn't do that while I'm getting attacked. You know, I think I showed you at one point, there's the trap that takes you up here. This is part of like a city. And in that city, you run across more of these guys. Here, having two of them is kind of a bit of a trick. I guess I could have brought you see the Mines Moria symbol. I could have brought in my wolves. Let's see what people think. Again, if you don't trust, you can always like sort of roll out of the way before the smoke gets you. Winged Scythe, that would also be a pretty good dexterity bleed weapon, I believe. I don't know if I have the stats for it. I do not. Strength of 16. Faith, okay. Interesting. Okay, so if we're going to do Faith, that's not a bad bleed weapon for you. Alright, so we mop these two things up. That's good. Let's see what else we got going on here. Again, like right now we're just sort of in a spot to explore this island, get some levels. I'm going to check this out. It's like an Evergaol. And an Evergaol is sort of like a one-on-one duel. What I should actually do is rest somewhere and get my potions back before I try that jail. Or I can just die. Respawn at the Stake of Marika. Oh, don't have to. They just gave it back to me because I cleared enough enemies. Alright. Now let's see if this is one that requires a stone sword key, because I don't know if I have any. Got a decent amount of souls, so I gotta be careful here. And I am out. Alright, so let's see if I can quickly... There's a merchant down here. Let's see if I have enough to buy one. I think at the guy who sells the ashes might have missed some treasure at that. Alright. I'm gonna buy two. I think I missed, yeah, an item I could have picked up.
Have a safe journey.
Near that bonfire. All right. So one thing you can do is you can actually, you know, set a oh, no, not a marker. That's a different thing, but place a beacon. Some nice tools to help you get around in the open world. You can see on the compass up there, you get that blue indicator, a little Skyrim-y, and you can see it off in the distance. But yeah, the city I'm talking about is a city that's around the base, I think, of that giant glowing Erd tree. Alright, let's see how we do. I have no idea what monster is, what boss is behind here. But again, I do like these things. Sometimes they give you Ashes of War, sometimes they... Not Ashes of War, they give you Summoning Ashes. One of the best Summoning Ashes in the game is behind one of these Evergaols. I'm assuming I'm saying that right. Now, usually when you have an Evergaol, they're going to pop up around here where they're glowing. And then you just have a one-on-one duel, which, you know, if again you're a fan of... Oh, there's some frost buildup, I'll have to pay attention to that. If you're a fan of, like, the old Dark Souls game, you know, a lot of people, like, Artorias is one of the best fights in the game. And it's just a straight one-on-one duel, and these Evergaols sort of bring that back. Get a sheath on him, you see it does a lot of damage. That's why it's nice to have the no skill on my shield. It's quick. I'm not hitting him enough to feel like I should take advantage of this, but it might be a mistake. So this is sort of his phase 2. He's probably going to do a lot more frost buildup, so I got to be careful of that. Gotta get to the side instead of back like I did last time. That's a little dangerous. So the trick is I'm out of my FP, so I can't do my... Also jammed up against that. So I ran out of FP, so I don't know if I could do any more of my unsheath. So that's one trick. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. I could just come back to the Stake of Marika. It's going to be right outside. Give this another couple of... I'll show you. It's these things here. Give this another couple tries. I'm not going to spend all day boring you with this, but it gives you an idea of what like an Evergaol can be like, and I find them a lot of fun, and I find them often worth the reward. Actually, I'm not even sure how many souls I lost, so let me just grab those real quick. Turn my back on my enemy like a pro. 489, so now I know that if I lose it, who cares? Very poor timing on my part. To make sure I don't get jammed up against the side again like I did last time. Nope. So you can tell these are, you know, these are not a joke. Not that I'm a great player, but these are not a joke. Now, if you don't need most of them, it's okay to, you know, put them off till later. Again, you don't have to do any of them if you somehow know it's an item you need. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to get for this guy. Oh, they put this out here. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I'll give it one more try, see what happens. I feel like, as you can see, like I'm within striking distance of beating him, so when I get like that, I feel like here I'm just being too aggressive, a little stupid, seeing how much I can get in before things happen. If you get closer too, that's probably a good thing. See if I can get that potion off. So again, I feel like I'm in decent shape, but let's see how quickly this falls apart. Probably again because I'm going to be too aggressive. Aggression is what I think makes... I don't know if I got hit off there. Being too aggressive is my downfall. I'm not good enough to... Oh, crap. That was a mistake. I thought it was going to be him blowing, and I guess... Oh, some rocks behind me I gotta be careful of. Yeah, just being on the ground for that was just bad luck. Shit. It was a total waste. Ah, got greedy. Okay, so I think this is doable, but I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to show you something else. Maybe come back when I can do a little more damage. Well, I don't need to do more damage. Like I believe that's a doable fight, but I'm not gonna bore you too much. Let me see. I'm gonna show you. Like they have these like minor Erd trees. So I'm gonna show you that too. And a minor Erd tree is this right here. So let's make our way up there real quick. I think this is not a bad... This is also sort of like a mini boss fight. There's like a mini Erd tree, so you're going to see there's Stake America, so we can come back here. I'm going to turn on summoning. So that's something to be aware of. There's probably going to be some help here. So let's get this... Nope. I think I just screwed that up. It's trying to rush through, getting... And again, I think fire, these minor Erd trees obviously are pretty resistant to fire. I don't know if a bleed weapon will do much. This is a little reminiscent of the Ornstein and Smaug fight from Dark Souls. You gotta get up. You gotta get away when he goes up. Which I'm not doing. Alright, well that took care of those. There's nothing wrong with borrowing heavily from Ornstein and Smau's moveset because it's one of the best Souls games, Souls fights ever made. Having trouble seeing. Let's try that one more time with less ass. Wolves going. There we go. That'll help. Oops, that won't. There we go. Now, bubble tears, I think give you the ability to sort of have like this special flask that maybe does unusual effects. And I know you can sort of put two together at some point in this game. I think I'm mostly good on health potions, but let me just go get this guy just to be completely topped off. Okay, so you hear the singing, and that means there's a specific enemy nearby, and it's actually a pretty tough enemy. And they're often found with these flying bats. Now, I think these bats have like a grab attack where they sort of stun you. So you gotta be a little careful. You can't just let them come at you. So. Now, the thing we were looking at is up ahead here. One of those creatures is a little higher level and sings, and I don't know if it's just poison, if there's some other stuff going on that it can do. So I'm just going to stand off and let me shoot it. And there it is. All right. Again, this might go poorly. Yep. Definitely poison. It's fast. Pretty widespread. I didn't think it covered that much ground. Golden Rune 6. That's not bad, but I just got to keep my eye on my health. Let's see what else was over here and what were they protecting. All right. I always check, what are they, maybe there's a hidden ledge or something that I just hadn't thought of. That's, I sort of run to the edge when I see messages. So I think, we took out the Erd Tree. I showed you an Evergaol. I feel like I can probably gain a couple of levels. So what I might do is let me take care of some leveling up and then call it. Curious to see how close we are to getting the FP level we need to hit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop all of this and just see what I can get for it. Again, I'm looking to pump up Mind so that I can get 105 FP. There we go. So 17 is the magic number. And now we can start going back to Dexterity and bumping up our... Let me just show you real quick. Hopefully now. 104. Okay, so I'm just gonna find somewhere real quick to like right down here. I think we can. Oh, look at that. I knew there's a cave over here. And so maybe this is where we'll pick it up next time, tackling this cave. Wait, didn't we already do this? Man. No, I don't think so, because I didn't have... I don't remember having a lantern. So, yeah, we'll tackle this next time, and this is where we'll stop. So, thanks again, and we'll see what happens next. Take care.